Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Cross. Last time we went over our characters and made some rainbow equipment. Then we made our way into Terra Tower. And then a random voice told us that it was an ancient or a futuristic city from the Reptites. Here we have the enemies we're going to ride into around here. Cupoid. Again, this is the third of the standard enemies that you're going to see a lot of in this area, and they are also white elemental, just like the other ones. So, again, Guile is a good choice for this area. So, Guile goes in, Guile hits a couple of times, somehow misses. Not sure how that happened. Yeah, these guys have slash all. It makes me think of Final Fantasy VII. But it sucks, and slash all is great, so who knows. And let's use your wand to finish things off here. That's the white innate. Not doing a lot. Now, I think the idea here is that they've got a lot of magic defense and a lot less physical defense. And we got some panaceas there. It's a consumable that does exactly what Purify does. And you can run into groups of these guys that are a little bigger. Like this one, I think you can also run into like 2 of the cupoids and 2 of the myso, whatever the hell they are. I can't pronounce that. I don't know who could. So yeah. Well, I didn't need to do the second attack anyway, so that's fine. Basically, you just Guile your way through. And if you're not using Guile, as I've shown, you can use Surge to take out one of them in one round. And with his physical attacks, and then dash and slash another one, and then you just have to pick apart the last one after the fact. Ooh, there's another ball of stuff. Let's go get the treasure chest here, and then I'll take out a couple of guys off screen. There's Heal Plus. This is a green-only element. Let's find someone who is green. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. And I guess I didn't need to just to look at it, but whatever. Heal Plus restores a large amount of HP to a single target. It's okay if you have a green innate character. If you don't have a green innate character, doesn't really matter. We've got better things anyway. I didn't show it, but we got that Holy Healing from Stealing from Fate. That is white innate only, and it does really well on Surge, along with Full Revival, Magnegate, which I may or may not use, Magnify, and Diminish. This is basically the tertiary helpful abilities tier of his element grid. All of these things are going to be very useful when I need them, and other than that, I probably won't use them a lot. Oh, we have a new enemy here. I was looking at something else. Okay. I got very distracted. I was checking notifications. We have Woot. I have no information about Woot. Woot's gonna fall down. Bye-bye, Woot. I don't know what Woot does. Sorry. There's not much I can offer you here. We finished him off. We can free fall one of these, though. Dash and slash does more damage. Yeah, they must have, like, really strong... let's attack the other one. They have strong magic defense, I think. I don't remember what they have to steal, so let's see if we can get something. Anything good? Stardust Cave. We already got one of those. Sure do get a lot of turns in. Well, there goes my accuracy. Anyway, good enough. Lots of money. There's a random yellow brooch. It's either a common or a rare drop from the Woot. Okay, we're back, and we're fighting the red variant of this guy, as you can obviously tell. Many have bled, suffered, and perished. It's your turn to die. Thanks. Because of this, I have equipped the red plate onto Fargo, because that's probably a good idea. And this guy is substantially more of a challenge than the previous one. Still not all that much to worry about. But, yeah, we're still gonna... Yeah, you can steal a red brooch here as well. I don't think we really need to be honest. He uses Sadness Wave to lower our physical attack power, which is unfortunate. I missed. That's fine. Let's go over here first. We will set up Vigora on Surge. And then we will set Eagle Eye, and then Strengthen. That will push the last of the red off the field. Now, his attack pattern, he has two different ones. They're all pretty worrisome. He's got strong physical attacks, and he will eventually go into Omega Red, which should be his next attack. So we'll Strengthen Surge. The last thing you might want to do is turn blue on him. You don't have to. Now, interestingly enough, the walkthrough that I've been following notes that he uses 3 tablets as a counter when hit by a blue element. But since I never use a blue element on him, and he always does that anyway, I'm not sure that's true. His next move is going to be to use Omega Red. I am going to defend to give him a chance to show it off. It's powerful. Used against someone like Fargo without the plate on, it's going to annihilate him in one hit. The other thing that this guy can do that a lot of the other ones can do as well, but according to the walkthrough, not the yellow one, is they can use the level 7 summon element if the field effect is all the same. We don't want that. Bye-bye. So yeah, his attack pattern, Sadness Wave, Attack, Omega Red, Fireball, Fire Pillar, Rage or Red Wolf, the level 7 summon, 99, Attack, and when he attacks after using 99, he will hit a lot. Volcano, Omega Red, and a second Omega Red, all in one turn, I think. He also has a separate attack pattern that will use some other elements like Inferno and Magma Bomb, but to be quite honest, like with only 2400 HP, he's not going to get a lot of opportunity to attack you. You should be able to topple him pretty quickly. Surge actually got agility? What? Strength and Magic for Guile. At least he's doing good stuff. And we get Redfield. You can steal a red brooch. I already have tons of red brooches, so I don't need it. But you could steal that from him as well. And if you want to, you can set traps for all of the level 7 summons here. Like I said, again, except for potentially the yellow one for some reason. Let's get that red plate off you so that you have more defense. Yeah, the plates are really good for elemental protection, but they nuke your defense and your magic defense. So you want Prism Mails on the rest of the time. Yeah, we'll fight you. Alright, you definitely want to be killing enemies in between all the bosses here so that you can get that extra little mini stat ups for everyone. Man, I'm going to have a lot of Angel Charms by the time I'm done with this area. And yeah, there's not much else around here. Like the music itself, there's not a lot to it. It's very subtle. There's little bits of chanting. There's another rainbow shell. And that bell sound effect. Didn't that one guy in Chronopolis say something important about sound and comparing it to something? More of these guys to finish off. Hopefully I'll get that mini stat up soon. I just killed the other one there and got my mini stat up. Surge got strength this time. Either way, this leads us to this, containing a spectral glove. This is the rainbow equivalent of... That's new. I've never seen that before. Okay, that's cool. That is the rainbow glove equivalent, so we should keep that if you think you're going to use a glove wielder, and there are a lot of glove wielders in the game, so I would probably recommend that. But if you want to salvage it, you can do that as well. Yeah, this button, yeah. Press the triangle button. It shows inside the guy there. He's got those two other bubble things in there, and if you don't kill him fast enough, you will spawn them out, as I showed in a previous clip. Anyway, what else we got here? I'll fight the vast majority of these guys off screen. Here we have another holy healing element. Probably put that on Surge since it's white innate only. Bypass all these guys. Oh, there's Surge just over there. I went the wrong way. I think I did that in my test run too, actually. I don't know why. I just find this area confusing. And another rainbow shell. Guile just makes this area so easy. Every battle, whether it's got 2, 3, 4, or 5 enemies, they all die in one turn. How the hell are we here? I'm lost. Remember the 2 moons? The ghosts are here. Can't seem to go into the area down there. And they don't say anything. What do you know? Okay. You've been expecting me. What are you, the Emperor now? Yeah, where the hell is this? This is a space that does not exist. But never mind that. We're just not going to explain anything. Something I must explain to you. There's a good question. The answer is Balthazar. This guy just won't die. This guy is from the Kingdom of Zeal, circa 12,000 BC. The guy's been to the future, the past, the present. This guy's everywhere. This is the guy that created the epoch. In the ruined timeline, he dies and imparts his consciousness into a new. In this other timeline, somehow he's still alive. Ancient magical kingdom of Zeal, sage of reason. Up until the Queen of Zeal attempted to harness the power of Lavos. Things got out of control. Lavos created a dimensional vortex and threw me far into the future. Seized upon the opportunity to study the science of the future. Was able to apply that knowledge that I brought from my own area, including magic, which they had access to, long since lost in the future. Was led me to make huge progress in my research on time. That research led to the creation of Chronopolis and to the time crash. We heard that Balthazar was the original progenitor of Chronopolis. Might think that I blew it, but perhaps it was my finest hour? Now, the time crash, as you might recall, is the cataclysmic event. Well, cataclysm is probably going too far, but it was the massive event that caused Chronopolis to be thrown backwards in time 10,000 years. I created a compact time machine that I dubbed the Neo Epoch, which is why the time machine looking thing down below here in Viper Manor looked like the fucking Epoch. It was the next generation that this guy created. I used it to time warp to this age and learn of Chronopolis and Fate's plans, and to see how things were turning out. Remember, they wanted control over time. Terra Tower is really a city from the reptites from another dimension's future. It was originally Dinopolis, so that Dinopolis that we heard that was brought backward through time from the planet, that's this, Terra Tower. The castle of Azala's descendants who achieved a much more intimate evolution with our planet. Dinopolis was drawn into this dimension's past about 10,000 years ago, the same time that Chronopolis was drawn back. This was done so that it would serve as a counterbalance against Chronopolis, which Lavos had pulled here. Needless to say, a fierce battle ensued. The future and mankind versus the planet and the reptites. In the end, Chronopolis emerged as the victor, and the reptites' fortress was sealed away by the computer system of Fate. More important now, the role the dragons play in all of this. Originally, the whole archipelago of El Nido was known as the Sea of Eden. Now, the Sea of Eden that we know basically contained those three little islands, that giant waterfall that we fought a boss and all of a sudden it disappeared and we could get into Chronopolis. But apparently this entire area was the Sea of Eden. This was because it was where the dragon gods resided. Then Fate sealed away their powers, in effect becoming a god itself. Thus, the islands where the new godhead Fate existed came to be called the Sea of Eden instead. Perhaps you didn't realize it, but you were used by the dragon gods to eliminate Fate. It's not true that the dragon gods sealed away the frozen flame, which, if you had listened to some of the NPCs over the course of the game, this is kind of the story and the fairy tale that's been passed around El Nido. Rather, it's the opposite. Fate used the power of the frozen flame to seal away the dragon gods. In reality, the dragon gods are in opposition to man, while Fate is actually the protector of humanity. Dragon gods were originally a singular plasma life form. The what now? A living accumulation of the planet's energy. That life form was a biological machine used to control the powers of nature in the future society of the reptiles. In order to control the natural energy itself, Fate divided the one dragon god up into 6 weaker plasma life forms, and scattered them across the land and sealed them away. Their dragon-like appearances are pseudo-guises. They're not actually dragons. Temporary forms they take so they can appear in this dimension. So they're basically already like gods. All that changed when Fate was vanquished. Its power hold was eliminated. That moment, wait a minute now, there are 6 dragons. Is this a next generation moment? There are 4 lights or 5 lights? 7 dragons who had been rendered almost powerless and forgotten traveled across the dimensions to recombine into a single entity. Okay, it's not a typo. There were only 6. We fought them all. We saw them all merge. There were 6 dragons you knew of and 1 more hidden dragon you didn't. Like the second moon that once was lost but later found. Though the same planet, my world didn't have 2 moons. Look up in the night sky now and you will see 7 celestial bodies, 5 stars and 2 moons. 5 brother stars that correspond to the 5 colored dragons, ruling like gods over the night skies. 1 moon that corresponds to the white sky dragon, and another darker daughter moon to counterbalance them. Fire, water, green, earth, black, sky, and 1 more. The final dragon, the dark moon dragon. One who was to work to free the other dragons from their bondage to the Fate computer. The child the others created on the night of the electrical storm that temporarily caused Fate to loosen its hold on them. I believe you know her as Harley. Harley is the 7th dragon. And I'm sure, like many of you, this makes absolutely no sense because Lynx was in essence, the Fate computer system, and Harley just spent the entire time helping. Yeah, pretty much unbelievable. The dragon gods were the essence of nature on this planet. Perhaps we can consider what's happening as our planets. I'll start that again. Perhaps we can consider what's happening as our planet's vengeance on us. Still don't know what that means. Seems like a partial sentence. Okay. To finally sweep away the unwanted humans from the planet. First it was Fate, now the planet. Either way you look at it, now's the time to set things right. The future of mankind, the destiny of this planet, everything depends on the next battle you fight. Time for us to part has come. Ooh, extra dialogue for obtaining the Chrono Cross. It is never required to pick up the Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross, melody and harmony. Has the power to cross space and time and unify people's thoughts and feelings. Has the power to transfer memories. By using it as an element, it has the power to draw on the sounds of the 6 colored elements to produce a healing harmony. Has the power to combine the sounds of the world into one melody. Sure, we'll meet again, one time period or another. There is more to Harley's story than what we've heard. And again, this game and its fucking plot dumping. You could just reveal things little by little. You don't have to have everything be a swerve. What is Russo writing this? No one's going to get that reference. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, this plot is convoluted, confusing. In the end, the basic of what we need to know. Everything that we've seen so far was manipulated and planned by Balthazar in order to get the Chrono Cross into Surge's hands. There are other parts of this that will be revealed in time, but when he said that it was his finest hour, the time crash, basically he wanted to get the Chrono Cross into Surge's hands. Don't ask me how he knows any of this stuff. He's playing like 6D chess here. Accept it. We'll learn a little bit more about it later. We can move on. But yeah, the Dragon God is just like this biological supercomputer. Terra Tower is this metropolis from the timeline based on some of my research where Lavos never arrived. I don't have any proof on that, but some of the information that I've had is suggested. And the Reptites, instead of remaining Reptites, evolved into Dragonians. Those ancient ones, you know, with the Dragonian fort and all that kind of stuff that we've seen evidence of throughout the game. Those guys. One other interesting note that would have made this a little more foreshadowed in the Japanese version. Harley's name in the Japanese is Tsukuyomi, which is, it translates, it's a Shinto moon god. So there's your little bit of foreshadowing. Oddly enough, though, just considering the games that I've played, Tsukiyomi instead of Tsukuyomi is another translation for the same moon god. It's another spelling for it. And Tsukiyomi was one of Korondo's fusions in Shadow Heart's Covenant. It's a random little coincidence. But yeah, that would have been alluded to us a lot earlier in the game, just based on Harley's name, though we didn't know there was a Dark Dragon until just now. Can I press the button, please? Video game? Can I press the button? Video game, please. I pressed the X button about 12 times, but okay, sure. You say so. But yeah, lots and lots of plot dumping. And the game is nowhere near done. There's a black hole element. Not that we need another one at this point, but it's nice. I also really love the music here. It is eerie and just everything about it. It's perfect for the big reveal of this scene. It's not going over the top and epic or anything like that, but it's got that air of mystery that just really helps it. Anyway, we can't seem to do anything else there. There's a bit of an after image effect you'll kind of notice there on the characters as they move here. Kind of weird. What? It's gone. And a new door has opened. Didn't one of the kids say something about Chrono Cross and Melody? Something about that? Anyway, it's pretty much all the time for today. Next time, we continue forward, face the next of the elemental, whatever they are. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.